Ahem, ahem, ahem. Hmm. 1 second. Okay, now we're starting for real. I had to manage a dog situation. Where is he? He's down there, out of field of vision. Um, anyway, today is May 12th, 2016, 7 o'clock. So we are going to once again share the joy of PDH together as a family, as a team. Um, and we have a good one lined up here. So there's so many cards coming out nowadays, so many different new popular commanders to paying attention to that sometimes we forget the ones that really make the format great. And that's what we're doing today. An oldie but a goodie, Flamewright. This is kind of like one of the cards, a pretty defining like early format commander. Pardon the bone. Ollie's chewing a bone behind me. Um, but yeah, like in a world of not very many cool Boros options, this one was doing something unique. And a lot of people paid a lot of attention to this card. Not so much anymore. Now we have crazy things that do crazy things, and this one's kind of like small ball in comparison. But I think this card's really sweet, and we're going to build it tonight. With all these new toys over the last 10 years, 12 years. This card's from 2014. Never been reprinted, by the way. This card's never been reprinted. It's in Conspiracy, and then nothing else. It's worth, I think, bringing this card back at some point because it's really cool and more people should play with it. Anyway, so we got red, white, 1/1, Human Artificer, Flamewright. For 1 and tap, you make a 1/1 colorless construct artifact creature token with Defender, and then you can tap it and sacrifice any creature with Defender to ping something for a damage. So we make tokens, we can sacrifice those tokens to deal a little bit of damage. This plays really well into general Boros stuff, like we have Convoke creatures. They're artifact creatures, so we can play with improvised spells. They're artifact creatures, so we can do a lot of artifact synergy stuff, defender synergy stuff. Um, just a lot of really cool things, and it's a really neat commander. So that's what we're gonna do tonight. Really dirtily, just game actions and sick shit like that. So let's get some lands in here. We're gonna do 36, I think. So we'll do 18 plains, 18 mountains. Okay, got that out of the way. I don't know what we need to do as far as mana rocks. Our commander's pretty cheap. It doesn't take a lot of investment to activate. I don't know what our curve's gonna end up looking like. It's probably not gonna be too bad. Like a lot of the stuff that we're gonna be playing. Like the more expensive spells will probably have Convoke, which we can or improvise or some combination of those abilities. There's not like a ton of like super high mana value things that are worth doing. So maybe we don't do that for now. Or we play a couple, right? We'll just play like some of the good ones, like Arcane Signet. We'll play some diamonds, some colored mana sources. Can't go wrong with just a couple things. Star Compass, Ornithopter of Paradise. That's like 5 mana sources. We don't need a ton, and like they're artifacts that we can do stuff with, presumably. So let's just start there, I think. And then we've got our Flamewright. Okay, so let's start. There's a lot of different ways we can go. Let's just start with a really easy one. We'll just do in this. We'll Defender. Things I care about defenders. We're making defenders, so it makes sense that we will. Oh, that's name. That's hold on. I'm smart. I'm smart. All right, so we got all of our defenders here. We could do Bacillus. No, I don't really want to do extort stuff. And our creatures have defender, so like things like warded battlements are not going to be particularly great. Let's see. Crushing drawbridge. This is interesting because we can sacrifice this. Let's play Dragon Egg. Because it's a defender, we can sacrifice to our commander to make a dragon token. That's pretty cool. That's neat. I like that. Defenders with death triggers is an interesting, interesting space. Like Gleaming Barrier, obviously, is an artifact, so it can play in artifact synergies. It dies, makes a treasure. That's pretty cool. Just you can give a creature defender. It's neat. None of this stuff is that interesting. Creature of the flying. No, 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 no. Creature without defender can't block this creature. Nope. Oh, Shield Wall Sentinel is a good one. Let's get Shield Wall Sentinel. That's good because we can play like with some toolboxy stuff. This lets us play like Event Sentinel and be able to find it more reliably. Like we can play Stirring Bard. It's interesting. Do I want to do Undercity? I don't like tracking the Undercity is the only thing. This card's perfectly fine. You know, in most decks, I think it's very good, but I don't know if I want it personally. So enter more lands. Nope. 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 Creatures you control have haste. That's a good one. Turn that Shield Wall Sentinel into a true like toolbox. Yeah, this one. Creatures deals damage equal to the amount of defenders to a player or planeswalker. Yeah, we'll play that. That's a good one. And then I don't think there's much else here. Yeah. But this is fine in terms of like explicitly cards that have defender. Or to battlements, again, like the bulk of our token stuff is haste, I think, is better. This one's, I guess it depends on how like it shakes out, what our final like creature count looks like and what it's comprised of. This one's pretty good too. Wildfield Scarecrow. Nah. Nah. Okay, so we got like 5 good ones. I guess let's not play Dragon Egg. Let's lean a little bit more into like the artifact stuff where we can. Like these are just like really good toolboxy effects, like this set, like the Rubble Fort and the Vent Sentinel. Whereas like Dragon Egg is just makes a dragon. It's kind of boring. Okay, let's start here then. And now let's look at Convoke cards. There's a fair amount. White is like the primary Convoke color. White and green. So we've got some decent options here. We will probably play a fair amount of these as our top end. Like, okay. Whoops, wrong thing. Oh, Convoke. Alright, don't care about these combat tricks. We want the creatures like Equinaut is great. Phalanx gains you a bajillion life. Cut Short is a good removal spell. Halo Hopper is not bad because it's an artifact creature. And then once we get a little bit further here, this is a good removal spell. 6 damage to a creature or just an artifact. It's expensive, but we can convoke it. This thing's just like a truck, a 5/6 vigilance with convoke. We'll play that. We'll play Willforged Golem, a 4/4. And then let's go to improvise. Just like a nice little 3/3. Improvise Club actually is honestly great. Like this card in Heartfire. As initial cost, you sacrifice an artifact or a creature. We will have plenty of those, and then it deals 4 damage to anything. Foundry Helix is another one that we'll probably end up playing. And a 3/3 Menace, we'll play that one too. Okay. And now we can do Foundry Helix, Heartfire. Heartfire, just 4 damage to any target. Sacrifice a creature, you know, which we get to pump out with these. So now we have like something to do with all of our guys. Some other good ones like Volt Charge, I think is the name of the card. No, not Volt Charge. Voltaic Charge. What's the name of the card? Charge. Nah, it's Sacrifice an artifact. Some good interaction that requires sacrificing artifacts, which is sweet. We're not going to play Crookland Shaman, obviously. Selectral Scrapper is a great one. We can just turn our tokens into cards with this. This card's actually just like really good in general, I think. You can sacrifice lands or artifacts, so if you're flooding out, it's useful. But like just the package it comes on is really good. Like a 1-mana 1/2 is perfect. Just being able to, I think 2 toughness is really undervalued a lot of the time. People look at a stat line like this and they think to themselves, it doesn't really do anything. It doesn't attack well. It doesn't block well in the grand scheme of things. It just gets wiped by breath weapons and drown in sorrows and that sort of stuff. But really, like, you just want stuff and get in the way of like tokens. There's a lot of tokens in this format. Being able to just like defer some chip damage with tokens with this thing just getting in the way, just the presence of it. You get more mileage out of it than you might think. Voltage Surge, that's the one. So Voltage Surge is a 1-mana spell, an instant, deals 2 damage to a creature. If you sacrifice an artifact when you cast it, it deals 4 damage. So it just kills stuff straight up. This card's really cool. And I got Foundry Helix. Demand Answers is a good one. Another like thing that lets us sacrifice an artifact. I just want to sacrifice artifacts. I just want to make tokens every turn. Makeshift munitions. I guess it's decent. It's just like an extra way to deal to ping stuff with our Flamewright. Don't really care about Orcish Vandal. I'd rather have makeshift munitions. We don't want to like overload. And then we can do Angelic Purge is great. All right, so there's a lot of good interaction. I don't usually, I mean, usually I'm the kind of guy that likes to cut interaction. But some of this is like really cool and synergistic and plays to what we want to do, so I'm less inclined to do that. Let's see. Crookland Stoker. We don't really need like the ramp. These are kind of expensive. Warehouse Thief is another like Slagdrill Scrapper type card. Sacrifice an artifact or creature, exile top card of your library. You can play that until your next turn. Less high on that. We could do Dark Dweller Oracle. Just a 2-mana 2/2 with the ability of 1 sack a creature, exile top card of your library. You can play it this turn. Something else to do with our creatures, which is good. Okay, what are we at? What are we doing? 64 cards. We're humming right along, and under $4 so far. Okay. All right. Let's get like some Impact Tremor stuff. Molten Gatekeeper, and Witty Roastmaster. These are just a suite of cards that just whenever another creature enters, it deals a damage to each opponent. Just another way to just make our Flamewright into more of a threat. We're just being able to make tokens every turn. Just a token in every turn. And it's 1 damage for everybody all the time. Just chip away people that way. We've got our other creatures here to kind of get in. Got a lot of different things. A lot of the reason I like stuff like Heartfire, Improvised Club, and Foundry Helix as well is that these just deal damage to anything. They're not strictly to creatures. It's not like creature removal, like Angelic Purge, for example, is like permanent removal. Voltage Surge just deals damage to creatures. These 3 spells can burn your opponents out as well, which I like. Impact Tremors, when a creature enters, deals damage. I wonder if there's like more of those now. Let's find out. It's hard to keep track of all the stuff that they release nowadays. Whenever creature enters. This will also matter for like other alliance cards. Is that the name of the mechanic? Yeah, alliance. The mechanic whenever another creature enters. Like Celebrity Fencer is a 4-mana 3/3 or 3/2 or 4/3, or it's a big creature. And whenever another creature enters, it gets a counter, so you can just do stuff that way. Anyway, let's see. Token enters, you gain a life. I don't want to do the Soul Sisters thing. I don't really care about that. It just drags games out. And if you lose, you lose. Who cares? Yeah, Celebrity Fencer. Another creature control enters, put a 1 counter on this creature. Okay, so we can play like a bunch of these too. We can play Celebrity Fencer. Just reliably triggering these things every turn. They just be big old creatures. EPF Point Squad. Didn't even know that card existed. Mostly because I haven't built like a Boros deck in a long time. Ollie's enjoying his bone. Thank you all for asking. Yeah, not doing Hidden Sanctifier, Core Celebrant stuff. You can. I mean, if you're making a creature every turn, these cards are definitely not bad. But I'm not so into it. We got our Molten Gatekeeper. Another artifact enters, gets 1/1. No. Until end of turn, no. I want things that get permanently larger. Permanently. Artifact enters, pay 1, put a counter. Yeah, we'll play that one. Or play Pangle. This card actually plays a lot better than you think. I run it in my artifact deck, my 4-color artifact deck, and it's surprising how often you just end up just having extra mana to put a counter on it. It grows pretty significantly. We could play the Reckless Fireweaver too. That's cool. This one's target opponent. That's less good. Let's play Reckless Fireweaver. The reason why I like these cards, I'm willing to play these cards in this deck as opposed to others, is because this deck is just putting out 1 creature a turn, so it's not like we are. It's not Wednesday, Miles. I apologize. I've got plans tomorrow, so I'm not gonna be home. I got to do it tonight. I can't skip a week. You know, it's not acceptable. Um, the reason why I'm playing these pinging creatures in this deck is because we're just doing 1 thing a turn. It's not a game where we're just trying to solitaire as many creatures onto the battlefield as possible, which is what a lot of those decks end up trying to do. Like a Goblin's deck or something like that, where you're just spewing, vomiting creatures onto the battlefield. We're just doing 1 a turn. You know, we've got like things that we want to attack with, but our primary like use of, you know, Molten Gatekeeper or whatever is just to deal damage to everybody every turn. Modest. So let's see. What else? We're not playing this one. Okay, that's fine. I guess Artillerist, Ingenious Artillerist is another one. We could play Tough Turtle. You know, I kind of like Tough Turtle because, you know, you're welcome, Miles. I haven't missed a week since I started doing this like 18 months ago. Haven't missed one. The weeks when I have been out of town on vacation, I have pre-recorded. Okay, Raphael Tough Turtle. I will play this one, and the reason being is because I like it when you can trigger something like this and you can point at somebody and say, I choose you to take damage. Because then what does that person do? They get pissed and they say, okay, well, you know what? I'm making an irrational decision against your thing. And then you just escalate this huge fucking feud, and it's fun. That stuff's fun. I'm into that. So we're going to play that card. And we'll get the Artillerist in there. And like we've got 13 artifacts in the deck, so like Artillerist and Reckless Fireweaver are not going to be like just burning people out of nowhere. They're just going to interface almost directly with Flamewright. I think that's modest and cool. I like modesty. All right, let's get rid of this foil one. Let's just get Dragons of Tarkir. Boom, beautiful. Don't need anything more than that. We're at 73 cards. We got a little ways to go. Let's see. So these are all the cards. What did I search for? Artifact. Whenever a creature enters. Okay, let's look at cards that care about artifacts in general. Not sacrifice an artifact, but, you know. Oh, or you know what? Because they're defenders, tap, untapped. We will play a Springleaf Drum. We will play... Boy, Ollie's really going to town on that thing. I don't think we want to do Sunshot Militia. You know, let's play Sunshot Militia. We'll play that. and we'll do the field surgeon. Sunshot. Field surgeon. Field surgeon is just kind of busted. This card is insane. If you've never played with this card, it makes it impossible to attack into your board, basically. You can just make anything live if you have creatures on the battlefield, which is pretty cool in my opinion. All right. Oh shoot. Back to the deck list. So this is thing. Let's do. We can grow adaptive gem guard. Let's get that one in here. Gem guard. All right. So what do we got so far? We got 25 creatures. Got room for 23 more cards. Got a long way to go. All right. Let's look at things that care about artifacts. So we'll be making artifacts. We could do all the glitters. That's pretty fun. Don't really have like designated good targets for it, but it's pretty cool. Let's see. You know, we're gonna do this by mana value. Oh, Galvanic Blast, another Great Burn spell. Again, like something that can go face. That's a big part of those cards. That's a big reason why they're good. Dogs are gone hog wild out there. Let's see. Salvage Scout. I like Ritual Restoration, Salvage Scout, like these sorts of like artifact cards. Not good in this deck because most of the artifact stuff we're doing is based around tokens. So you know it's kind of lackluster, but in my artifact deck, my 4-color artifact deck, those cards are really fun. Just like the recursive aspects of them are really cool. We should probably play some more draw spells too, because we have demand answers, but we don't need ways to find cards, in my opinion. Oh, like Melded Moxite, that's a good one. I could do like affinity stuff too. You know. Yeah, Melded Moxite possibly. Yeah, we'll do that. Melded Moxite. Enters or leaves. Yeah, I mean, this isn't doing a lot of like, it's just sacrificing creatures to the defender, not necessarily sacrificing artifacts. So, like a lot of this sort of stuff, like the aristocracy sorts of things, are not great. Same with the robot tokens. Not that interested in it. These cards are interesting, like Shadow Slinger. There's the the orangutan as well. What we can do is we can get like Old Faithful, like Thraben Charm. Get that in there. I love me Thraben Charm. And also, once we're done with this this search here, we can look at cards that are able to untap our Flamewright, and we can get more uses out of it. Yeah, I mean, none of these cards are that compelling to me. When you're just making tokens, you don't benefit from a lot of the spells like like Golem Foundry. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, etc., you have to go like really heavy into that stuff. I'm not really interested in that. If you build your own deck, you definitely can though. Mobile Garrison. Let's do a Mobile Garrison here. When we attack with a Mobile Garrison, we can untap our Flamewright and make a second token. We can use the tokens to crew it. That seems pretty cool. I'm into that. I have to play Orm's Thunder. This is just a really cool card from Plane Shift, or Apocalypse rather, sorry. And it's like Jilt, where I have a very deep personal connection to these cards. And if I can find an excuse to play Orm's Thunder, I'm probably going to take it. This is a really cool card. You destroy an artifact or enchantment. If you pay the red kicker, you get to deal damage equal to mana value to a creature. So you just get to 2 for 1 somebody, a lot like Jilt. It feels great. Feels great. Remember the fallen, raise the ground, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. You know. Yeah, no. Don't care about these. Artifacts must cost less. Don't care about that. Welding Sparks. We have plenty of removal, and this is kind of like the less exciting version. Could play like Lux Knight Breacher and like those cards. If we're playing Celebrity Fencer, we might as well. Let's play Lux Knight Breacher. Just a great card. Gets huge. And I like huge creatures. Oh, White Auracite. There we go. How could I ignore my favorite card of 2025, White Auracite? I could gush about this card forever. I mean, I've done it enough times on stream that you know how I feel about that card. It's like my favorite thing in the world. Artifact Enchantment, no. We do need more like ways to draw cards. Don't really need these. So let's go ahead and we'll get like big score, like the big ones, Unexpected Windfall. We'll play Highway Robbery. What other cards we got? We got Melvin Moxite. I know what we'll do. Watch this. We'll go back here, and we'll do this, and we'll say once it loads, once it loads, once it loads, draw cards, red, white, commons, instant, whoops, sorcery, partial type matches. What we'll do is we'll play the drawbridge. I forgot about that one. Giving haste. All right. Anyway, so we got like the ones that go to the graveyard are great. Electric Revelation and Laughing Mad. Oh, play Pirate's Pillage. That's a good one. Oh yeah, what's this new one? Gain 2 life. We'll play this one too. Yeah. All right, we'll play Pursue the Past. And Electric Rev. Laughing Mad. Okay. And this Hunter's Blowgun. Give a Death Touch. Feels good. Throw that in there. And untap target. Whoops. Whoops, that's a type line. That's why it's not going to work. Untap target. So obviously there are spells that will untap a creature. That is not necessarily what we want. We want things like Beacon Hawk that are repeatable that we can do every turn. So like we'll play Beacon Hawk. That's a good one. I don't know if there are any more. I mean, like I guess like you know the threatened spells and the creatures that do that. Oh, actually, you know what we can do? There's all these. We can play Militia Rallier. Because when this attacks, we get to untap a creature. This feels good. This is like a breakthrough. This feels great. There's tons of creatures that do this. 10th District Veteran. Thistledown Players. This is a really good foundation. Triceraton Regenta. Whoops. Is that all of them? I think so. Yeah. Okay, that felt good. And we got the mobile garrison already. Okay. Oh, Dauntless Haven. Forgot about that one. We're almost at 100 cards. Sounds good. Okay. And then one more card. Let's put a Bender's Water Skin. Okay. This is fine. Got a decent curve here. Okay, cool. Let's get some lands. Not going too hard on the tap lands, but we've got a couple. I'm not playing Boros Garrison. I'll say it once, to say it again. I just don't like playing with these cards. I just don't. I understand how. I understand why they're good. I understand why everyone likes them. I just don't like them. I just don't have. They're just not fun for me to play with. I don't get that dopamine hit when I play those cards. You know, so we're not going to do that. I'm not going to do much of this stuff. Just keep it simple. Yeah, lands with activated abilities, stuff that we can mana sink should we need to. We'll play the campus. Opal Palace, obviously. And we'll play Study Hall too, and that should be. I guess we'll play Rustvale Bridge because we have things care about artifacts. Sacred Peak. Where's my Study Hall at? Where it at? There we go. Symbolist Peak, sacrifice, draw a card. Yeah, I'll play that. Okay, I think that's it. We have like this one too, but what color? Colored mana sources. All right. Okay, where do we end up? 9 lands. That's fine. All right, so we'll, a little heavier on red. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4. Okay. This is better. Okay. Let's just, whoops, hello. That's not what I intended to do. I have to do the thing where I deal another hand. Boop, 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 boop. All right. This feels better. Got lands, we've got spells. This is good. Okay. Ollie's enjoying his bone. An update for all of y'all out there. It's loud as hell. All right, here we go. Yeah, draw for turn. Give me tower. Boom. Plains. We can just cast tower wherever. Let's just do that. Let's discard this Angelic Perch, and we'll just draw 2. Pretty good. Turn 3. Actually, yeah, we'll just do this. Get this guy out there. 4. We'll do this. Oops, we'll cast this, and then we'll cast our commander. Using all of our mana every turn. And then now we've got this. We'll tap this, make a token. Oh no, what we'll do first is we'll cast this Pangolin and Impact Tremors. And then we will do this. And then we will. It doesn't matter because I'm not going to do this. We'll just attack with this, untap this, pay 1, do this, make another guy. Still don't have mana for this, but everyone takes another point. That turn felt good, and then we've got all this stuff to do. So we'll start, make another token. We'll pay 1 for this, put a counter on it. Now this is turned on. Actually, it was already. I mean, a number of things we can do. Let's just go ahead and like attack with this. You know, untap this, make another token, pay another 1, put another counter here, and leave up a mana for like Galvanic Blast. Springleaf Drum's pretty good. Yeah, this feels good. You know, we'll tap this, make another guy. I'll put another counter on this. Actually, what we'll do is we'll just tap the token and Springleaf Drum to do that. You know, attack here, untap this, make another guy. We've got 3 more mana, so we can just cast like Laughing Man. We'll discard the Storm's Thunder and we'll draw 2. Land is good. They should be tapped. Yeah, this feels good. Tough Turtle comes out now and we can just like keep doing this. Boom. Yeah, these cards are great. Okay. Okay, got a little bit more diversity here. We got the Vent Sentinel, which is nice. We got some Convoke stuff. We got an Untapper. This ain't bad. Let's start with the, well, let's draw a card first. We'll start with the bridge because we need a resource sketch commander on turn 2. Just start the train here. Start making our guys. All right. So yeah, let's just tap this, tap this. We'll make a construct. You know, just leave mana open. We'll just, you know, say we voltage or something. Just take 2. Shock something to death. And we'll untap. Land is always good. We'll make another guy. We'll cast this Triceraton. And pass. It's actually pretty good. So we'll play the turtle. We'll pay 1, and whoops, not going to make an extra Flamewright. We're going to move you to the graveyard. We're going to tap that, make another guy. Then we're going to attack and untap this. And we're going to tap this again, make another guy. And then we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and cast Phalanx, and gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 life. And then we can just keep doing the thing. Let's put these guys over here. We're getting triggers here, gained all our life. Now we can do like, you know, go to combat with this, untap, tap, make another token, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll just tap all these, cast Willforge Golem, you know, another trigger here. Then we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This should be tapped again. Oh, cast Equinaut. This is turn 6 and we've got like all this shit. Okay, this is good too. Play Sunshot Militia, tap, make a guy, attack, untap, tap, make a guy. We'll get this Vent Sentinel online sooner or later. I just want to keep making guys. And we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll just do 4 to everybody. Attack, attack. This feels good. This feels good to me. I'm trying to think. Let's see. There's some things that I kind of want to get rid of for clarity's sake. Let me see. Yeah, the Convoke stuff feels really good. By extension, the improvised stuff is also good. The untapping stuff is good. Hold on a second. Visual spoiler time. I guess Crashing Drawbridge is not as necessary since we have the Tuk-Tuk Kerbal for it, but I think the redundancy is good. Haste is powerful, although I don't think that we have tons of stuff that's like really, really great with haste. We're not like a super aggressive deck. I think how I want to approach this. Because we can definitely probably cut this. Definitely probably is what I say what I mean. Definitely probably. Can cut like these things that just get bigger. Do we need them? Do we need them? I have to save in here. Yeah, okay. Artifact enters. Yeah, I mean they're good. They are good. Let's see if there's any artifact enters. I mean, this card's kind of boring. Cards kind of boring. Craft with artifact. What does this do? Do the flash deals 2 damage, then turns into an equipment. You know, not the worst, but it's not exciting, you know. And I only want cards that are exciting. Exciting cards. Meldemoxite's good. Yeah, maybe it's not just like just not a ton of stuff for this specific template, you know, which is fine. Not everything has to be busted. Well, it depends on who you ask, I guess. Ask most players that be said, say I only play with the most powerful cards. I only want to play with the most powerful cards. Blah 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 blah. Well, you know what I have to say about that? Who cares? Who cares, indeed. Yeah, I mean, there's not. Maybe we just keep them. They do get huge. Like you saw, we gained 8 life with that phalanx. If we had cast this card instead, it would have entered as like a 9/9. Got ways to turn them into cards. Got a little ways to just draw a bunch of cards too. How much removal do we have? The burn stuff is different because that kills players, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 removal spells. Ugh. It's a bit much. That's a bit much. Creatures you control. See things that care about going wide. Maybe we can find some stuff there. Obviously, like we can't attack with our tokens, but cards that care about, how broad our board is. I guess like this stuff is good too. We should honestly probably. Oh no, we're not gonna touch that. Devoted Paladin. There's things that pump. I don't care about that. There's like stuff that scales, 2 more tapped creatures, you gain 2 life. I don't really care about that. There's a lot of stuff that you just don't need to care about. Genasi Enforcers. Yeah, I mean, nothing is really pulling me in any one direction. I like the deck that we have, honestly, but oh, here we go, Massive Raid. Yeah, let's cut like Thunder. We'll cut Short. We'll cut Voltage Surge. We'll play Massive Raid. Mob Justice. Just burn spells that care about creature count, like Thraben Charm. Right, like Mob Justice is damage to each player to target player for each creature you control. Massive Raid does the same thing. Let's just do that. That's cool. Let's just look the affinity for creatures cards, so we can do Argivian Phalanx and Salt Road Pack Beast. I like these 2 cards quite a lot. Phalanx is just a 4/4 Vigilance, costs 1 monster for each creature, is affinity for creatures. Pack Beast, same thing, it's a 4/3 that enters and draws you a card. Um, just great stuff. Great stuff all around. Okay, let's go back in. Let's dive back in. I like this deck. This is good. Lands and spells, that's what we want. Alright, this is a little bit slower, but it's fine. That's okay. Mountain. Alright, we didn't get our plane, so we're just going to cast this Ornithopter and then cast our commander on this turn. So we'll go 1, 2, there's our guy, and then we can go Reckless Fireweaver. Alright, perfect. Now we can go tap, tap, make a guy. We can track like our pinging damage. Give me infinite token. We'll just put a counter on this. So that's 1 damage from this so far. Really want to get this Dauntless Haven online too. Okay, let's put these guys over here. We'll put this over here. Okay. Actually, I'll put it right. Yeah, I'll just leave it over here. Okie doke. We still got a red. Oh, don't do anything with that. Okay. That's good too. 1, 2, 3. Play the Triceraton. Pay 1, tap, make a guy, deal damage. Go to combat, untap this, tap, tap, make a guy, deal damage. Next turn, Field of Strife, perfect. First things first, make our guys. Deal damage, attack, attack, untap, make a guy, untap, make a guy. This is pretty sweet. And then we'll just do the Sunshot Militia, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll just deal 3 to everybody. This is how much like pinging damage we've done so far. By turn 6 is 8. We have a board that looks like this too. All right, perfect. So Star Compass. Star Compass actually is not that great here because we don't have basic planes. This only adds mana based on what basic lands you have. But let's go ahead and we'll slow it down. We'll get this EPF point squad out there, and we'll make a guy. Ping, counter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3. We'll tap these 2, deal another 1. Yeah. Doing a lot of damage. And some massive rate is 3, so this is perfect. So we'll go 1, make a guy, attack, attack, untap, make a guy, untap, make a guy. So that's 3 more. And now we can massive raid and deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, like 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This guy's also huge. Okay, this makes sense. We have like removal, and we can cash our stuff into draw cards, or exile cards at least. Yeah, this feels good too. This card is just so cool. Makes a lot of sense why this card was so popular back in the day. Like, it just does something completely unique. All the Boros stuff back in the day was very combat focused, as it, tends to be. We just came out off the back of, Return of Ravnica, Theros Block, that kind of stuff. And Return of Ravnica had a lot of really cool Boros stuff, but obviously it's all combat focused because it's actually Boros stuff. Not so in Conspiracy, where we get to do something a little bit different, so... That's why this card is sick. And we've got 2 untappers here and some interaction. So not bad. This makes our creatures for us, so that's fine. White Orsite's a good thing to have in your back pocket. Alright. Turn 2, we cast our commander. Then turn 3, we just start getting these guys online. We could use all of our mana to do Makeshift Musicians, make a token. I like that better because we get to make a token. Just get that engine going, Vroom vroom. Then we have extra land. Cast the Thistledown players. We'll tap, make a guy. Alright. So the only thing about this, okay. We'll play the militia rallier. Whoop. Make a guy. We don't need to attack because we don't need to untap this. We don't have the mana. But now what we can do is we can go 1, 2, stack our triggers. So we'll make 3 more. Galvanic Blast something. We've got 5 constructs. Blink Limit Barrier. Why not? Whoops. Yeah, and we're just making a big old board full of things. I don't have any problem with that. I like boards full of things. It's just gummy, you know, it's tough to kind of hack into. Now we can do some of this. We can just sacrifice this, deal damage or something, make a treasure. Just like ping an elf, you know. And then we can go to combat and attack, and untap, make a guy. Untap, you know, make a guy. 2 mana, we can just like, you know, Fragrant Charm something and untap. Now we can just start pinging stuff. Now we have the mana. You know, attack, tap, make 3 more guys. 1, 2, 3. Look at all these things. Look at all these constructs we have. How many constructs? 11. Ollie, he's rolling on the ground right now. He's done with his bone. All right, we got 751. Oh, Foundry somewhere. Improvise is so cool. You know what we could probably even do? You know what we're going to do? We're just going to get rid of these cards, and we're going to play more thematic things, because I care about that more. We're just going to play Mirror Enforcer. We're just going to play the Artifact Affinity, guys. Sojourner's Companion, and Frogmite, obviously. Frogmite's the greatest. Yeah. A little more on theme this way. 34 creatures. Don't have a ton of artifacts, obviously, but like we make so many of them, and the untappers are so powerful. Maybe I should just actually add some more lands. Hold on, let's get rid of the Springleaf Drum. Don't really need this Moxite, and let's play a couple more mana rocks. Whoops. Oh, add. Whoops, that's gonna give me lands too. Yeah, let's do it this way. Oh yeah, Boros Signet, that's a good one. Add some more mana sources. Oh, add a Signet, and we'll add a Plains or a Mountain. 37 lands. Yeah, because once we get the untappers in, we really just want to be churning out things. Boros Signet helps with that, obviously. 37 lands is a good baseline. I don't think I quite like these arts, so let's switch these printings real quick. Oh, that's a great one. Great Mountain. One of the best ever made. And the Hobbit. I don't even know what that is. We'll just do these other Secret Districts, Haven, Plains. No, doesn't pair very well. Let's look at Eldraine ones. Conspiracy? No, they didn't have basics. What's a good basic for this? Let's just do Ravnica basics. Ravnica basics are sweet. You like this one? This looks like a forge. Select. Who did the art on this one? Stefan Martini? Yeah. Alright. Switch printings. Planes. Whoops. Nope, that's what it is. Ravnica. I know exactly what Ravnica Plains goes with this. Where is it? Where is it? This one. Same artist as the other one, but look at these lands. So cool. Alright, what time is it? 7:55? Got time for one more. This commander sweep. All right, this hand is good. Draw. Basics are always welcome at our table. That's good too. All right, let's get our guy out there. Especially because we have this mirror and force that we're going to want to cast. All right, turn 3. Let's go ahead and cast the Ornithopter and then make a token. So I've got 1, 2. Artifact count is 2. Play the Restvale Bridge. We'll play the Field Surgeon. Why not? And then we'll make another one of these. Whoops, not a Field Surgeon. Go to the yard. Another one of those. Okay. Play this Beacon Hawk. We'll make a guy. 5, 6, 7. We'll play the Enforcer. Okay, Sunless Peak. A couple things we can do. So we can do this. Tap, make a guy, attack, deal damage, trigger. Untap this, tap, make another token. Let's move all these over here. And then we've got, let's just do this. 1, 2, 3 mana left over, so we can cast the Artillerist. Yeah, we'll just do that. Ooh, Vent Sentinel. Okay. Let's just make our guy, and then we'll get the Vent Sentinel. And then we'll attack, deal damage, tap for a red, untap, tap, make another guy. And now what we can start doing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom, boom. Someone take 8. Attack, untap. Boom, boom. Someone take 8. Now we're just nuking people from orbit with this thing. And then if we got like some interaction, some card draw, and all the while we're just like making guys and blowing people up with Vent Sentinel. That's pretty slick. Okay. Yeah. So you kind of see what we're going for here. The ability to like repeatedly untap this thing is what makes it so good. Making 1 token every turn is definitely not bad, but it's definitely not in the territory where you're like, oh man, that thing's fucking sick. It's a cool mesh of abilities, but it's not like super overpowered. Once you start getting like 2 or 3 tokens a turn, that's when you start kind of going off, and they just get in the way. They just block, even if like you're not able to like save up a huge quantity of them, they just block. You know, they just keep you alive, and then all the while you're just making more of them, turning out these kind of like top end creatures. You have tons of interaction, tons of ways to draw cards. Just a really great commander that I think has aged pretty well. I'm glad I was able to build this one. So I will leave it there. As always, you can find the link to the deck list in the description of this video on my Moxfield. And there's also going to be a link underneath that for the Moxfield list that has all of the other decks that we've built since we've started streaming. There's a lot of them there. Below that, you'll find links to Trevor Project and Trans Lifeline. There's no better time to donate to those organizations. If you have thought about it and you have the spare dollars to do so, please do. Or if you know someone in your life that could benefit from direct help like that, direct financial assistance in the trans community, then that's always a better option. Gets money into people's hands faster. So with that, I will let y'all go. We will see you back here next week. It should still be on Wednesday. I don't plan on having plans next Wednesday, but fortunately just kind of shook out that I will not be here tomorrow evening. So with that, I'll let y'all go. Go build your own Flamewright decks. It's really sick, and we'll see you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Thanks for joining me.